Hello. Is anyone home?
Hello. Oh, yeah, no, you're fine. Hello, everyone. Give me just a sec. I'm gonna bring y'all in real quick. We're gonna set up while we're live, cause I don't know. We'll just give you something a little more entertaining than a screen while I set up. Let me just get. Wait a sec. Is the chat box not showing again? Oh, I didn't turn on fishing. Let me turn on fishing real quick. Sorry for the late start, everyone. The cafe. I think I do need to make it so that we start at like 4:30 maybe on Sundays so that we don't have to keep doing this, you know? Let me do that. Do that. Okay, I think we are just about here. All right, chat box is working. I think we've got everything. I need to turn the music down. It's a little loud for me. Okay. We'll see how that goes. Hello, everyone. It's so good to see all of you. Today we're going to do another interview. We haven't done one for a long time. Let me catch up with chat real quick. Hi, Derpy. Cricket is late. I know. It's becoming routine on Sundays, so I think I need to just push my start time back. Hi, Scuba. Hi, Iro. Hi, Axel. I appreciate seeing you here. What brings you to our little corner of the internet? I hope you're having a wonderful day. Hydrate. Thank you, Ghost. Thank you. Hi, Plumpy. Oh, a stretch too. Can confirm Astral did not turn on fishing. I know. It's on now, though. It's on now. Oh my gosh, Scuba, thank you for the 20 stream streak. Watch out for streakers. We should have a streak emo. I wonder what we could do for that. I don't know. I'll have to think on it. You're not late, I'm late. We're both late, Plumpy. Hi, HR. It's good to see everyone here. Mwah. Okay, oh, we didn't run the commercial. Okay, let's run the commercial real quick so we don't have to deal with the pre-rolls. And then we'll be getting ourselves sat down and together. Today we're interviewing the owner, well, co-owner, but like owner, co-owner. Okay. Might be TOS up. Wait, oh, the street? Yeah, we'll figure something out. But we're interviewing the owner of the VR chat group, talk group. Well, we'll talk about it. Oh no, you lost your streak, Plumpy. You missed one. Okay, let me get this commercial. Actually, you know what? We're not gonna do a commercial. Like, we'll take a break later. We're already starting late. No, we need to do a commercial. We're doing a commercial so we don't have the pre-rolls. Sorry guys, I'm very indecisive. Of course, like, most of you are subbed right now anyway because of the bombs, so... Alright, we'll just finish getting set up here. Clayton, you can go ahead and come over here. Go ahead and we'll have you sit, like, right here, whichever side you want. And then we'll get in camp. Okay. Yeah, I think that's doing alright. Normally I would have done this ahead of time, but I am kind of just pushing things with my scheduling these days. So let's do this. We'll go ahead and stick a pin in that. Anchor world. All right, perfect. Hi, Clayton.
Hello.
Okay, I guess we
Hopefully
can
the cafe
zoom
was
in.
fun for you.
Yeah, it was a very good cafe. Actually, I had a reservation. We had one of my viewers come in, so that was a lot of fun.
Nice. I think I still
Okay.
have a reservation, but I've not really gotten around to using it yet.
Let's move a little over if you want to scoot over just a bit. We'll get nice and cozy. Close that. And I still need to open the questions I sent you. So let me pull
All good.
that over here. Make sure everything looks good. We good for you guys? Oh, and I don't know, can you see the camera right there? That's gonna... Perfect. And then every
Hello,
now and
chat.
then I might bring it over here for us. Oh, I forgot to do Derpy's stretch. Okay,
Good.
let me do some stretches real quick while I catch up on chat.
Before I left, yeah, Ghost was like, tell her to hydrate.
Oh my gosh, yeah, he is relentless. Oh,
Very
actually
much
we
so.
are good. We are good on chat. Perfect. My streams don't
Nice.
always start out this chaotic, I promise. A lot of times I try to... Oh, yeah, let's move over a bit. Perfect. A lot of times I try to make sure that I'm fully prepared for everything.
Can never be prepared for absolutely everything.
Right? And
Unfortunately.
the scuff in my streams shows that.
It adds character, right?
It does. It shows a little bit of genuineness. I don't know what the word is. almost there, guys, I promise. I think our ad is wrapping up now. All right, perfect. Let me get here. Look at the questions. All right, I think. Why is this being difficult? Lock that. Okay. No, we'll just go back and forth because OVR Toolkit wants to be difficult. So, thank you for coming today. We're gonna
Yes, thank you for having me.
we're gonna talk about your VR chat. I don't like how my legs look right now. Let's change avatars. I'm a little vain.
The infamous leg problem.
Hello, Fia. How are you doing today? All right. Well, there we go. There we go. Nice and comfy. I think we're ready to start. So, this is Clayton, everyone. Owner of Talk Group you're primarily on VR chat, right? But you do some Discord
Correct.
stuff as well.
Yeah, we have a very active Discord community, but we don't do as many events on Discord. From time
Sure,
to time.
sure. So
Couple a month.
it's very much VR chat based then.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well then, to start off with, would you like to talk a little bit about what Talk Group is, what you guys focus on, what kind of events you do? Just give us a quick overview, a sales pitch, if you will, for what we can
I'm
expect.
dressed for this.
You are.
Um,
All right, guys, time for the infomercial.
Yeah. Well, Talk Group is kind of just a virtual third place that we mainly focus on creating an opportunity for people to strangers and or people in the group that don't know each other to come together and build connections with each other. That they
No,
would
I don't have.
able
Okay,
to-
Sorry, I did not have the VR chat audio turned on. I forgot to.
Oh,
Okay,
Silent,
So-
silent.
so now they can hear you.
Oh.
Okay, sorry
Oh.
about that. You're not vain, hun. You're a perfectionist, but I'm doing it. Clayton, I was a fan of yours in Tarzan. Honestly, that's what that's what I thought of first. In anytime I see the name Clayton. Oh, you could wait. You
I
could.
get that a lot. I get that a lot.
Okay, it is.
Oh.
It is coming through. Okay, we were fine, right?
Oh, nice.
You could hear him? Oh, now it's double. Okay. All right, perfect. Okay, I think we're good now. Right?
Nice.
We're
And
good?
yes, just
We're
like
good?
the Clayton from Tarzan.
Okay. Could have already heard him now. Okay, I think we got it. So, yeah, go on. Tell us about Talk Group. Hopefully this
Hydrate.
puts you.
Hydrate.
Yes. Hopefully this puts you a little at ease. Very
It does.
much informal. Do not worry about mistakes and stuff here. We are a very scuffed stream.
All good, all good. Yeah, so Talk Group is our kind of slogan is that it's a third place for the meek and the bold. Talk Group used to focus a little more on social anxiety, but that's kind of a tall order for average people to try to
Sure.
help something like that. So we generalized a little bit and went to more of a connection-based group, a group that focuses on creating a space for newcomers, veterans, to VR chat, and people that just joined the group today, people that joined it 2 years ago. Those kind of people, offer them a place to make connections that they may not have a chance to make before, and other events that help them build on those connections. So not, when I first joined, there was only events on the weekend, and that was one of the first reasons I ever started to or wanted to be a moderator. Was I was like, everybody meets all these cool people and makes all these friends on the weekend, but then they don't ever see each other again until the next
Oh
weekend.
no. Yeah.
We gotta bring them back. But that's pretty much what we do.
Okay. Yeah, so you've moved a little bit away, opened up more from social anxiety, but you still have events that very much focus on that, yeah?
Yeah, I would say so. In that shift, I made sure that our event structure remained the same, and maintained the position that my staff can do whatever.
Sure.
If it seems like a good idea to go for it, they do it. But
I like that you
yeah, a
have
lot of the focus is
that
still in that
trust.
way.
You have that trust with your team where if they want to try something, they can just go for it. Have you guys just built that rapport? Are you friends outside of the group as well with a lot of your staff, or do you just...
Yeah. We also don't really do like staff applications or anything like that, where you just kind of throw it out there and get what you get. It's the way we do it's certainly more personable, and we'll have people in a channel type in if they want to help. Typically, it is people that have been around for a while, but then we just spend time. We go through the normal stuff, but recently had a whole bunch of new people wanting to be helpers, and even the ones that weren't official or even worked on yet, we all just got together and had a big staff hangout and played games, did some world hops, just to get to know everybody a little more.
I love that.
And my actual staff team, a lot of us are really good friends. Either kind of our own little circles, or just all of it. We all get along pretty well, and
Yeah,
at this point we've known each other as well.
it seems like just based on what I've seen of the group, because I'm in the Discord as well, and I went to one of the events because of the partnership with the Yume Cafe. But just from what I've seen, in the Discord group, it seems like everyone is very close-knit, whether it's staff or just people there. It really is a very tight community, and I think you've really done your job of setting up those real connections with people.
Yeah, as far as numbers go, we technically kind of have a quote-unquote smaller Discord, or 350 members or something, but they are very active. And
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah,
Any time of the day, everyone yapping in general, or spamming this and that, or different, VR chat photos, IRL photos, anything. And it's the thing I like quite a bit about it. Community exists outside of VR chat.
Yeah, you were telling me the other week or whenever we were hanging out at Yume, you went through kind of like a culling where you got rid of a lot of the inactive people, right? Have you noticed any change after that, or did it just kind of clean stuff up and make it easier to manage?
Mostly just clean stuff up. Of course, a lot of people come back a few weeks, months later, and they're like, oh,
Yeah.
where did I go? But yeah, no, it's, for me, there was not so much of a psychological effect, but I know for a lot of people, either wanting to help the group or just in their general dealings, it helped be a little less stressful appearing, because at that time the group had, the VR chat group has 1,500 members, but at that time
That is a
Discord
ton.
the Discord at the time had a little over 1,000 members when we did this, and so you lose 700 members, people that you probably never showed up, or their VR chat time is done, and the group certainly seems more manageable at that time.
Yeah,
1,000's a whole lot, couple hundred.
How did you end up in Talk Group? Cause you didn't found it.
No.
Somewhat. How long ago did you become the owner?
about 2 months ago, I guess.
So you're still pretty freshly new as the owner. How did you find yourself as a part of the group yourself?
Well, my talk group story is basically my whole VR chat story. I started
Go for it.
I started playing
Ramble
VR chat.
off.
Started playing
Hi,
VR chat like
Bisky.
mid-October. Oh, hey, Bisky. I started playing VR chat like mid-October last year. So I've been on for just a little over a year now. At that time, I had bought a Quest 3S because I always wanted to kind of check out VR, but $500 was a lot of money.
It
So I didn't want to get
really
a Quest 3.
is, yeah.
But I was holding out because you hear the
Aw.
leaks and they're like, oh, cheaper meta headset and all this. I'm like,
Just a sec. I'm gonna stop you there. Thank you so much for the follow, Bisky. Mwah. It's good to have you here. Let me change this pin, smooth it out a bit. We appreciate all of you, and yeah, Admiral, I saw your redeems. We're gonna tackle some of those later. If the mods could kind of like keep track of them. I don't want to break the flow too much. We might have to like pause some of those redeems just for the sake of all this. Hi Athena. Hi Mino. I will give another introduction really quick for the people just joining us. Let me put the camera back. So we're currently talking with Clayton, who is the owner of Talk Group, a group in VR chat that focuses on fostering connections both with maybe people who are a little more shy or have social anxiety, and then also with the ones who are more confident with their social skills but still want to make those connections. So we're just kind of talking a bit currently about what the group is and how Clayton came to be a part of it. Sorry for the interruption.
You're good.
That's the trouble of being a very chat-based, chat-focused interaction streamer, Like, I can't just ignore them, I've tried a couple times. It just doesn't work. I feel bad if I ignore them. Hi, Selvin. Hi, Lupito. So yeah, this is, now is the chance to build the backlog. Admiral, I'm gonna beat you up. Hi, Tony. Move away from her, you demon fox. Oh my gosh.
I am no demon.
Yeah, Clayton's a good guy.
Trust, believe.
You don't mind being ignored? Oh, I mean, Jarvie, you just got a whole hour with me, so. Yeah, where were we? Yeah, so you've been in VR chat for like a year at this point, and when did you come across Talk Group?
Well, it was my second ever day.
Oh
So
my gosh.
I didn't go very long without it. I had I really got my headset for other games, to be honest, and I never ended up playing any of those games.
Oh
I checked
no.
out first day I got it, and yeah, I found my way to the Black Cat like most people do. But on the second day, like I was at work and on break, and I was thinking like, there's got to be something, like some groups, something. So I was looking on
Yeah.
Reddit as one does, on some thread somewhere. I just saw some advertising Talk Group at the time, so I was like, oh, let me check that out, and I did, and I felt very, very welcomed. Like I just waltzed in, but everybody was really nice, even on the Discord, and then that weekend I started attending some of the events and kind of went from there.
Nice.
Didn't take too long to
So
get activated to the people in the group.
So what, at any point during that time, did you think that maybe you'd want to be more involved with the group, like at the very least be staff, or did it just it wasn't one of those things where like the opportunity just presented itself and you went for it?
Well, it's kind of been halfway like that. Like, so when I wanted to become a helper, I reached out for that because it was something I was interested in. And then becoming a staff was kind of mentioned to me that it was something that they did in me becoming, and so that's where what led me down that path. But yeah, at the time, all the events were on the weekend. There was one event Friday, two events Saturday, and I went to a fair amount of them usually. But I knew that whenever I met these people, I'd go the entire week without ever seeing them again. um, and when you're making these kind of connections and friendships on VR, it's you want to see them again and
Yeah,
whatnot, but
yeah.
also like these people, they've been around for a while, right? So you meet them one day, they're probably not going to exactly get you involved in their shenanigans the next, or
Sure,
outside of the
sure.
event.
You have to build up that trust and rapport with each
Yeah.
other. There's
So you need to see each
definitely
other
different
more.
levels of friendship.
And so at the time, I was like, it'd be really cool if we had something in the middle of the week where everybody get back together, whether it was just like game nights or whatnot. And so I became a helper exclusively to host that event.
Oh my gosh, okay.
So I named it very broad, so it could be anything. It could be movies, games, like world hops, whatnot. And we still do those events to this day. And some of the EU staff do them for the EU times as well. But that was really my main purpose for getting involved all the way back then, and that was at the end
that's
of
a
last year.
great kind of way to get into it. You saw something that you wanted to change with it, and you're just like, well, okay, I guess I'll be the one to, make sure it happens. And I think that shows pretty early on, like, how you would be a good leader for the group. Like, I'm guessing it continued on. Like, do you try to keep adding new stuff, or do you just kind of, whenever there's a problem you feel like needs to be fixed, you make that change?
I say I'm not a terribly creative person.
Okay,
It's
okay.
one of my downfalls. But if I do come up with something, or if something seems to be, I'll try to come up with a solution. But most of the time, it's in tandem with the staff. The staff will come up with new events or new things to fill a hole that something like we don't normally do,
Right,
or
right.
or different time zones, that kind of stuff.
A lot of that continuing staff empowerment. I think before we go any further, since we're talking so much about like kind of the inner workings of the group, we should probably describe your staff structure, because you've mentioned like helpers as maybe something distinct from the main staff. So what kind of staffing structure do you have?
Yeah, we have a kind of a fairly small amount of moderators compared to most servers, but basically we have me as the owner and a co-owner that I recently chose, and then beneath that, like a very trusted set of staff members that they can basically do all the stuff I can do for the most part, just not the final decisions.
Sure,
But they can
sure.
host whatever event, they can ban people, anything. I just trust them fully to handle anything that needs to be done.
It's almost more like a
Then-
council, and you're just like the head council member.
Something like that. And beneath them, we have helpers, and they are not involved with the Discord moderation or VR chat moderation. They don't handle bans or anything like that, or whatever's going on. But they just work with the group, host events, and that's kind of it. And they moderate in the instance, but
Okay.
yeah, they just don't handle any of that bigger stuff. They're just
So,
there to host
kinda
events
just
if they want and help out,
VR
right?
chat specialist staff members.
Basically.
Okay. So how do you go about choosing those people? You said it was not like the basic application format where you just say, "All right, throw in your application." So do you do much recruitment, or do you just wait for people to kind of be like, "Hey, I'm interested in this"?
I just looked at the chat. Hey, Pix. I know you too, Pix.
Hey, I know that
Um,
guy. Yeah, he's carrying my content for the day, so Also,
Indeed.
hi
Let's
Pick.
see.
It's good to see you in here. Thank you. Hi Goji. Sorry, go on, go on.
Um,
I need to say hi to people.
so we do. Sometimes I do ask people, not terribly often, but there's people that just really seem fit for the job, and so I'll
Sure.
just ask, like, or maybe they talk about hosting an event, and I'm like, well, you could host the event,
Yeah, yeah.
if you wanted. Or sometimes I'll just talk to certain people and just be like, hey, you seem really interesting, whether they've had that experience or not, and like, if you were interested, like a spot would certainly be open. It doesn't happen all too often, but sometimes. But aside from that, though, we just have a channel where a person will like type it in that they would like to apply to be a helper, and we open a ticket and just chat in there for a while. We meet up in VR chat, kind of go over
Yeah.
the basics of certain event handling stuff tailored to them. What kind of things they want to get up to. We'll have a little improv session worked on that, and then usually have like a hangout with everybody, or try to incorporate them with our staff hangouts, and pretty much it. It's definitely very heavily like vibes based, I guess.
Sure,
When
yeah.
when people put in their application, like everybody's opinion matters when it comes to whether that person is brought on, any sort of concerns, questions, um, from the top down. So owners, staff, helpers, like everybody pitches in and says what they think. Because ultimately, they're everybody working with them.
Yeah, I love that. Um, do you think that's, and I guess I wanted to talk about this question later on anyway, but I guess this can be a good segue into it. Do you think that's part of why the group has been so successful? Is that the way you kind of just interact with the chat, or not the not the chat, the staff, the way you interact with the staff, and just kind of like you go with your gut on how those vibes are and stuff.
I would say it definitely lends itself to that. It's kind of like a group follows a certain direction and has a certain culture based on the ones running it. It's
Definitely.
no matter what people think, or what kind of situation goes on in a group, it'll always be a led by example situation. Like, the members will always reflect the kind of people that the moderators are, unless, well, I mean, yeah, really, no matter how you look at it, that's basically how it turns out.
Yeah, it's
So
very true.
yeah, so I'm always very active with everybody best I can, and I may not have time for everything and everybody, but I try to make time here and there for even people that aren't, right, like my friends or my staff, to just hang out if somebody
Yeah.
wants to.
It's very,
But yeah,
very
it's like,
sweet and accommodating of you. Like, honestly, you keep bringing these things up that just keep like showing why you're such a good fit for the position. Like, you genuinely care about both the staff and the members, and it's great to see a leader interested in not just the big picture, but each individual person's experience with it.
yeah, I think that really has a lot to do with how, when I joined the group, like, it was certainly more focused towards social anxiety and this kind of goal and purpose when I first joined. But I am far from a socially anxious person. So for me, though, the biggest impact I had was, I just felt like, of course, this is something every human wants to feel, but in a space like VR, such VR chat, right, when you get in, you may have that social confidence in real life, but this is a completely different world, and people are completely different and act different, and
Yes.
you feel so out of place to like come from all your interactions being just regular, like in real life social interactions, to being virtual ones. Um, it's really strange. So I felt, when I first joined, the thing that really stuck with me was just feeling like welcomed, accepted. Um, that was a really big thing for me, to just walk in here and not feel like I was an outcast or like I didn't belong, or whatnot, you know. And even then, I was like I was just on Quest, right, which is already kind of a bad rap for most people.
Yeah,
But I
it
really
does.
felt.
It does have a bit of a reputation, but like I feel like more recently, it's like it doesn't have quite it. The reputation has healed a bit from what it used to be. It's not just like
Mhm.
the screaming little kids or whatever. But I love that you brought up how it's a very different place in VR chat because it's something we've talked about on here multiple times. The culture of VR chat, it really is like its own ecosystem, and we have our own like slang that we use. We have our own social customs.
Mhm.
It's amazing. I love to explore the culture of VR chat. And I think that um, a lot of that comes from we do have a lot of socially anxious people who come here hoping that it's gonna help them. And, maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. Like, it's not just gonna suddenly, fix everything you being in here. But I think that's one of the reasons a group like yours fits so well because it is a lot of um, lonely or socially anxious people who do come here. Granted, that's not all of them. Definitely, like we were
Mhm.
saying, plenty of just socially confident people, but it's people looking for connections a lot of times. And so, yeah, I think your group really fits that need for it. And I
Yeah,
guess,
even for me, like even just being more of a outgoing individual in real life. Like I live in a really small town out in the middle of nowhere. Most of the
oh,
people out here are
geez.
old enough to be my grandparents, and also too, like not even just that, but I also live in a very I live in the United States, and I live in a very conservative part of it,
Mm,
and it makes it where like it's hard to have something in common when everybody's like a certain kind of way, and
eh,
everybody's very close-minded,
exactly,
and
exactly.
it's just like the kind of things I'm interested in, things I'll talk about, aren't things that everyone else is. Um, so it's always made it a little hard to make like friends in the local area. So coming here was also a thing for that. Like it helped me to have a greater social circle by supplementing it with friends here in the community.
Yeah, I'm glad you were able to find that here because not everyone does. Um, it surprises me a bit. Do you still, and you don't have to answer if you don't want to, but do you have a pretty solid social life outside of VR chat now, or did this kind of become like your whole social life? Because like I know for me, I have like a friend and my brothers IRL who I will do stuff with, but otherwise my entire social life is just like in VR. That's where I've found the connections and stuff, and I'm not even in a rural area. Like I'm in a more urban area. But do you have that IRL as well, or is this kind of your social haven?
Yeah, I used to have more friends in real life, um, but slowly, just usually they're ones I would make like at work and be more friends of circumstance. Uh,
Exactly.
and I had a few friends that I really wanted to keep, but after we stopped working together, like I just felt like there wasn't much. It was more of a one-way street, I suppose.
Yeah, yeah.
So those kind of connections fell apart. But of course, with my family, um, I just have really just a sister, and then like my parents and some of my uncles and aunts that I go do stuff with. But no, really, aside from that, not particularly.
I
I still go out and do things,
Sure,
but
sure.
not necessarily. I just go out and travel or take mini vacations.
I love that you used the term friends of circumstance. the term I use for kind of a similar thing is I've called them friends of convenience, because it was like the people in the same class as you, the co-workers, the people that like you kind of gotta get along with them because you're gonna see them every day. And it could even just be like a neighbor kid. It's people who you can be friends with because of physical closeness. And I think that's one of the amazing things about VR chat, is that we don't have that limitation. We have people all over the world, and so we can focus more on finding those friendships that we get along with these people because we have similar interests, or we just click for whatever reason. It doesn't have to be just someone who's close by. And I think I've noticed it with some other people a lot of times, that kind of takes a toll on social friendships. Like, you have these friends that you do stuff with, but they were originally friends of convenience, and maybe once you like start interacting with those new connections in the online social space, you realize, oh, this is like what an actual friendship is. This is what I want from a friendship. And so, yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of something I've found interesting, is how finding those new friendships online can affect the IRL ones we already had. So yeah, that's kind of why I asked about the social stuff IRL for you, because I was just kind of curious.
No, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, not much of a social circle to speak of in the real world.
Do you find it, and you said you were already like socially confident coming into this, do you find it any easier or harder interacting in VR chat than you do IRL, or is it pretty much on par for you?
I'd say it's pretty much on par for me. I'll go places and just speak to the person behind me in line, the person sitting
Oh
next to me.
wow, so you're like really social.
A couple weekends ago, I went to like a hot springs town, and I was just chilling that day basically, and I spoke to everybody that sat next to me while we were eating, because it was like a bar, and when we were waiting in line to get in the hot spring, talked to them behind me in the hot
Oh my
spring,
gosh.
talked to all the people next to me. I just talk to everybody. So the same goes in VR. I just speak to people. I mean, I can sometimes feel a little out of place depending on where I'm at, or
Sure.
kind of expectations, I guess, of the setting. But most of the time, yeah, I just see somebody.
There definitely is, the same way there is IRL. There's, like different, I don't want to call them factions, but I guess more like cliques. There's different cliques in VR chat to a degree, or I don't know, cliques isn't really right either. Different, just different types of groups, different types of players. Like, I find myself in with like the more cozy, cuddly sort of group, and that doesn't necessarily so like if it's a bunch of like cuddly people who just want like head pats and face traces and stuff, I am totally confident. But if I go into, say, a black cat full of a bunch of memers, I'm gonna feel very out of place. Like I don't know how to interact with those people the same way. Like they're not the sort of people who I just go up to and start giving face traces, right? And so like it totally makes sense that, you'd be more or less confident with different sorts of people in this game. Even just like, so I think I mentioned earlier, I went to one of the events for Talk group as part of the Yume ambassador, sort of whatever you want to call it. And with that one, we basically got paired up with another person. It was like an hour-long event, and so like we had everyone there, and the leaders of the event would say like, okay, now this person and this person are going to spend half an hour just talking with each other. And it was really nice. I loved that you had the little talking points for, like, you know, if people are having trouble
Yeah, the icebreaker cards.
starting, yeah, if people are having trouble with starting a conversation, they have the little conversation starters. Like, that was a really nice touch. But like, that was kind of an interesting thing. I felt very comfortable, but it was definitely different based on, you know, who I was interacting with there. Some of the more socially anxious people, maybe, I had a harder time with them because I'm used to social anxiety. I've dealt with it myself for a long time. But it was kind of like a different sort for me. Like, I'm used to people wanting my head pats and face traces. And there were a couple people at this event who just did not want to be touched, which is totally fine. But like, without that aspect where that closeness, that affection, it was just a different way of interacting and communicating. And it did make me feel a little out of my depth, you know? I didn't realize until then how much I had come to rely on using that, because then I just had this nervous energy that I didn't have any outlet for. Do you have any problems with that as the leader? Do you have to deal with any members who you kind of just don't know how to interact with them, given that there's so many different types of people?
Yeah, I speak to basically every single person that
I kind
joins.
of figured,
Uh,
honestly.
even even if it's just one message like in the Discord, but I mean in VR chat I always try to kind of have a light conversation with everyone that I possibly can. Um, and certainly there's always moments like that where there's a person that's just I'm having a hard time wrapping my brain around.
Sure,
um,
sure. Just two different experience from what you
mhm.
have. How do
I'd say it's
you...
not all too common, but oh, sorry,
Oh,
continue.
no, go ahead, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say it's not too terribly common. And typically, if we have people come in and they're not really, the group's just not really for them. You know, it's
They're
less of a
just
like,
not jiving with it.
yeah. There's some people that come in and they're looking for different things or whatnot, and those people will filter themselves out usually over
Sure.
time. But but there's a lot of times where people join our group, they'll be mute from being shy, you know, or they'll struggle in certain conversational ways, and then months later they're talking, you know, and
Oh.
they've got their own stuff. And I try to keep up with that a little bit. Like I'm not like nosy, but I always try to.
Oh,
I'm
I am
always
definitely
aware.
nosy. So I love seeing
Hey, I'm
that
nosy
stuff.
about some things. um, but I'm always kind of mindful. Like if I see a member that just is consistently by themselves, you know, I mean, there's not much that I can specifically do about that. I can't make
Yeah,
people be
yeah,
friends with people, this kind of stuff. I
exactly.
provide the space to accomplish that, and what's done with it is mostly left up to the people.
For
But
sure, for
it always
sure.
makes me happy though when I see like the quiet, you know, some of the quieter members or people that have been alone for a little bit, you know, they sprout up and then like, oh, they're hanging out with this group. Like I see them in the photos, you know,
Oh,
they're hanging out, or somebody
that's
in,
so
you know, like at the end of an
sweet.
event, they're like, hey, so and so, like let's go hang out and do this and that kind of stuff. I always kind of mindful of. It's always nice to see
Yeah, that's a
when it does happen.
beautiful feeling for sure. I have some of the same stuff in like chat, like seeing someone come out of their shell. That's wonderful that you get to see that progression, and just like, it's got to be such an amazing feeling knowing that your group helped get them there. like your group gave them that space, and you know, maybe they would have gotten there on their own, or they would have found somewhere else. But it's an amazing service to VR chat that your group does, and I just think it's amazing. It's beautiful.
Now you're gonna puff up the ego too much.
Oh my god. Yeah, but it's like, you know,
Mine's
I don't
gonna
know. So
explode.
he does smell a little, you guys. So you know,
Hold on. Man, I don't know. I don't know what she's talking
we
about.
just got to keep the ego in check a bit. Let's take a minute to kind of catch up because I have been neglecting you guys a little bit. So let's kind of check up on chat. If you guys have any questions for Clayton, feel free to like shout them out now, and we'll get to
Also,
them.
hey, Windfallen. Saw you in the chat.
And let me say hi to everyone who has just joined. Hello, hello. I see Shadow, Athena, Hunger, Windfallen. Thank you for popping in. It's good to see you. I feel like there was maybe some. Oh, Slayton Boar. Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here. For those of you just joining, we are talking with Clayton, who is the owner of Talk Group, a group where both the meek and the bold can find connections. What is your slogan exactly again? A third place for the meek and the bold, or something like that?
Yeah. Well, yeah, basically a virtual third place for the meek and the bold to foster community.
Yeah.
That's it.
What? I am kind of interested. What do you like? Okay, let me save that question. Let me finish catching up with you guys. Hi, curator. It's good to see you. Scuba, that's how you started out. You spent time in No Time to Talk world and met so many. Oh, I bet. Like, I haven't actually been to that world myself. Have you explored No Time to Talk at all? Do you know about that world?
Yeah. I went there much more in my early days,
Sure, that
um,
makes sense.
but I haven't been so much since. I really wish it was easier to work or to use as a group because I would like to just use it for both of it.
Yeah,
But
I kind of get why they don't do it. They like, it can be kind of intimidating if you're like, you know, on the socially anxious side, and then all of a sudden a group like pops up in front of you. I guess you could have like maybe settings or something for like preferences. I don't know. I don't know anything about that techie stuff, but
I think they changed it where you could change the settings to have it more than like, because I think the max is 4 minutes, 3 or 4 minutes.
oh, okay.
However, I believe it doesn't work in a group instance.
For
Maybe they'll
sure.
change that one day, but it just means you can't really use it. So, oh well. And I don't know Japanese, so I can't use the Japanese world.
Oh no. Then Hunger, oh boy, do I know the struggle of coworkers. Believe me, they're a pain. They certainly can be, like, especially depending on your industry. Like, you know, I have a friend who works in an industry that is very like, he works in more like construction, electrician, like very, very, you know, kind of rough blue collar manual labor, and that is just so not like, there's not a lot of overlap. It's kind of what we were talking, I don't remember what we were saying exactly, but we were talking about like just not having, oh, it was like you IRL with not really having much in common with the people around you. And it's kind of like that. It makes it really hard to get along with your coworkers sometimes. So yeah, that's too bad, Hunger. I'm sorry. Oh no, she remembers you. I've been kind of keeping tabs on you guys. I just haven't been I haven't been like engaging as much cuz I want to keep the conversation going, and cuz it it's really interesting talking about the. I love learning about people. That's why I like doing these interviews. Hi, Toast. I don't know if I said hi to you earlier. I think we caught up. We'll tackle some of those redeems at the very end. Oh, Scuba, or actually Scuba, since I know you're here, could you pin in chat? Could you pin a link to? Would you rather the? I guess we could pin both the Discord and the VR chat group link. Would you?
Yeah, for sure.
Would you pin both of the links for the group, the Discord and the VR chat group, that I have in the announcements? We'll just have those pinned in chat for the rest of the time, unless in case anyone wants to go check them out. But I think we'll get back. I'll check back in with them in just a couple minutes to see if Scuba actually got that or not. So let's get back to this. I did have a question based on your slogan. What exactly do you mean by a third place? Because that's been something I've been kind of curious about.
Oh. Well, in real life, third places basically don't exist anymore. There's really no place besides like the grocery store to go and meet people, either for a very low cost of entry or preferably for free. There's really just no place. You can go to places that fit like certain niches, I suppose.
Yeah,
Maybe like a library, your D&D kind of person or whatnot. But it's really tough, though, for the large majority of people to go to a place to socialize with others without spending any money.
Yeah,
best, most game places or bars, but all that stuff costs a certain amount of money or has certain strings
a barrier
attached.
to entry, yeah.
Yeah, a barrier to entry, that's a really good way of putting it. So our attempt is to really offer a space where we don't really do just like one type of thing. Because when we were coming up with the slogan, we did kind of want something that didn't stand too heavily on a certain type of event or a certain type of experience, but rather what we really do, because we offer a bit of everything. We do offer our pair talks, those are some of our most common events, but then we have game nights and movie nights, and we host like chill kind of coffee kind of days where like we role play as like the staff and give out drink. We do different things like that. We do raves, we just anything. And that was kind of that kind of fits into that, offering just a space where people can come, no barrier to entry, no strings attached, and they get to experience all that we have to offer, whatever it is that they may enjoy. And of course, there'll be people that come along and they're like, no drinking nights every Friday, I'm out. But
sure, everyone has their preferences.
Yeah, but for those that are interested, that's kind of what we're trying to offer. More of a less a specific theme or style of event, and more just a kind of a communal space for everybody.
Yeah.
And people come and go throughout the week, and they come to the event and they get to experience it all.
Do you have many people who, I don't know what the sort of culture is with your group, but do you have many people who kind of come and go in waves? Like they'll be very active for maybe a couple weeks and then they'll just disappear for a while before coming back again?
Definitely. This is really just a VR chat / Discord issue in the communities where
fair.
VR chat has the most amount of members, right? And then it's like and then a subset of those are active, and then a subset of the active ones are on the Discord, and then a small amount of those on the Discord are actually active, and so you may have a crap ton of members, but when you get down to the actual people that show up, it's less,
Yeah.
We're very lucky to a pretty active group. Like most of our events, even on like kind of unfavorable times, like events during the week and stuff, we'll have 20 people, 30 people sometimes,
Oh,
especially on like
that's
the week.
pretty
30 people is not
good.
uncommon. Yeah, and even for slightly more niche events like improv events, and like recently, one of my staff kind of trialed a new event today. He lives in the EU, and he did kind of like a story, kind of for kind of writers basically, an event for people to write like a little short story, come to the event, kind of talk or basically kind of read it out, and then kind of work through it and whatnot with others. And there was 10 people
That
there,
sounds
so for
really
something
fun.
so yeah, for something pretty niche, like we still pull a fair amount of members, but most of our mainstream events are, 20, 30 people, and of course our raves are like 50, that kind of stuff.
Sure, sure.
But to circle back and actually answer your question, yeah, it's certainly that way. Sometimes there'll be stuff like this, or maybe they'll like recently we had a documentary made.
Oh, really?
But
We're gonna talk more
yeah,
about that.
We'll have something like that, or like a partnership, or a really big event, and that'll bring either people back or it'll bring a lot of people in. And it's usually kind of obvious, they'll stick around for a bit, and then a couple weeks later, a set of them will drop off.
Yeah.
But a few of them will stick around, and they'll be, well, nobody's around forever, but they'll be permanent members, if you will.
Yeah.
Active members.
I think a lot of people want a place where they can come in, feel welcome, but also feel like they can disappear every now and then. Like, how do I want to say it? Like, there's just people have different ideas of what they want from friendship. Like some people, they want someone who will be hanging out with them like every day. And that's just not possible for some people. And some people just, emotionally or mentally, that's just too much for them. And so like, there's definitely a group of people who they want to find that level of closeness, but they don't want to feel tied to anything. So being able to just like disappear for maybe a few weeks, socially hibernate, and then come back and still feel like, they're okay. They're not like bad people for leaving. I think that's something that really makes a group feel welcoming to a lot of people in VR chat. I'm Chloe. Thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. Mwah. And also, forgive me if I pronounce your name wrong. Moinschultz, maybe. Thank you for popping in. How are y'all doing? Oh, Clayton looks handsome. Oh my gosh, one of yours, I guess.
I don't know that man.
We're doing good. We're just talking a little about Talk Group. It's very Clayton is very, very verbose. And hi Lou, thank you for popping in as well. Oh, thank you Scuba, thank you for getting that posted there. For any of you, I said it incorrectly. Thank you. But yeah, for any of you who are liking what you hear, if you want to, go check out Talk Group for yourself. We have the Discord and the VR chat group both pinned there. So, feel free to check it out. There's, no pressure to stay if it's not your vibe, but, if it sounds like something you might be into, go for it. That's actually, that kind of brings me to it's just a random point I wanted to bring up. I don't think I have ever seen as many welcomes in a group Discord like yours. Like, I was not expecting when I joined the Discord to see so many people like waving in the welcome channel. Like, not that it's a bad thing for the servers that don't do that as much, but like, I know I try to do a little wave emote for each of the new members that come to my server, but yours just like blows anything I've seen out of the water. Everyone is so welcoming, and it's really sweet to see.
Yeah, I think it's both a blessing and a curse. When a person joins, they probably get 15 pings and they probably mute the channel.
Right. Yeah, I could see it definitely being overwhelming for some people, but like at the same time, I don't think they're being too overbearing. Like, you know, it's that like initial surge, but then, you know, if that's too much for someone, they might not be ready for the like whole social aspect of the group. Maybe they need to ease into it. But yeah, like, I don't know, I loved seeing it. We were talking about events though. Do you want to kind of tell us? I'm sure you have like some main events that are just regularly I can talk, I promise. Regularly occurring. Do you want to tell us what some of those main events are? Like, we've already talked about a few of them. It sounds like you guys have a ton of things going on. But what are some of the main ones that people can expect when they join?
Ultimately, what we host is mostly up to who's free and who wants to do what. You know, some people will host the same event for a few weeks and then switch it up and do completely other things. We got members that host only one type of event, but maybe every couple weeks or something, you know. But
Makes sense.
the two that happen the most for sure are our pair talks. We usually have those on Friday afternoons for like NA time, and Saturday mornings for like EU time usually. But sometimes we do them on Saturday afternoon as well, but usually what we do there. And our pair talks really like bring everybody together, try to pair people up with people that have not spoken before or we know aren't like best friends, you know.
Right.
And we always kind of put out there like, hey, if you know this person or something and like we weren't aware or whatever, then like let us know that like y'all are like best buds or something. We can put you with someone else. And then we give an icebreaker card. They're paired for about 20 minutes. They don't have to discuss what's on the icebreaker card. I mean, if they got something in common or they want to yap about something else, they can do whatever. They find them a little corner somewhere and chat away for 20 minutes, and this is kind of where it switches between two different kinds of events, where we have one where we break all the pairs up again and repair them, and then others where we pair them with other pairs, so it's groups of 4 people together.
Interesting. Okay. That's kind of cool. It kind of like eases them into interacting with more people.
Yeah, and our hosts just kind of choose which one they want to do. And then after the end of that one, we kind of have if they're going to be a bigger group, there's like an introduction. You know, the original pairs introduce each other, and then to the new group, and they, the conversations. And at the end, we either do like an appreciation game where they go around saying something that they enjoyed, the conversation about everybody, or we switch it up. And sometimes I walk up there and say, all right, talk to this person like that's the last time you're ever going to see them. We'll do that instead. And then they talk like they're going to die and something,
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
But just, we just switch it up a little bit. But that's certainly one of our more common ones and what we're most known for. And aside from that, our next ones are usually really just game nights that we host during the week. Those are usually on Wednesday, and I'll host those most of the time for NA time zone. And then my EU staff will host Thursday for EU people. And unfortunately, I can never go to those because I'm at work.
Oh.
So, but they do it a good time for the EU people.
Do you guys have like certain go-to games that you do for those, or is it just constantly changing?
Yeah, always changing. It's we may try out a new one or do something like that, and there's always kind of the ones we gravitate back over time, but every week it's definitely different than the last. And some nights we'll do specific games, but not usually. My EU staff have a list that like says the last time the game was played and this kind of stuff.
That's really cool.
they use that. Me personally, I used to just kind of pick whatever, like what people were talking about, just kind of go with that. But these days, I'm just kind of doing a poll list, and
Okay.
whichever 3 games win, I take those games out and put 3 new ones in, and then just kind of keep it going. So
Yeah,
people can vote on 2 or 3 games.
I really like that list idea of like keeping track of when the last time it was done is. That I think I'd probably go more that direction myself. Hello, Orochi, and this is D5. How are you both doing? I hope you're having a wonderful day. We're getting a lot of people popping in for you. You're very popular. Guess that comes with being the owner of a large group.
Certainly, life is is different.
I guess that kind of leads into another question I wanted to bring up with you. Wanted to ask what maybe some of the struggles of, running a group like this is, and going off of what we were just talking about, do you find that maybe you have a lot of people vying for your time, maybe more time than you have to spare?
Yeah, I certainly think so. It's different when you're like, one thing I always kind of say is, well, one thing I worked on a lot when I first became a staff member, honestly, was to make sure to put some distance between me and newcomers on a personal level, because like I speak to everybody, I'm friendly to everybody. I try to have I try to have a conversation with as much time as I have during with everybody. What brings you here? Welcome, this, that. We talk about anything that's interesting them, or just anything I can pick up on, and we'll have a little chat. Because that's kind of what gets people to stick around, feel welcome, right?
Yeah.
And I enjoy speaking to everybody. It's something I do enjoy. But there was certainly a time where everybody I met, they did, they were wanting to be my friends or wanting to spend time with me, and I kind of had to put a wall there so that kind of stuff wouldn't happen. Because it does kind of, like, the way I always say it is, for them, the first interaction in the group or something for a new member, it may be me, or it could be any other staff. But if it's me, then I may be one of the more normal people that they've met in VR chat so far.
Thank you for the 100 bits pics. That's so sweet of you.
Big
Thank
baller
you so
pics
much.
over there.
Right. Sorry to interrupt.
But yeah, for them, I could maybe be like the more normal person they've met so far in VR chat or something.
Yeah.
And like for them, they're like, oh, maybe they want to be friends. But from my perspective, and it's nothing against them, but they're like the 10th person I've met today, like new person,
Yeah.
And it's hard to manage and keep up with everybody. So I keep light connections with people that I haven't really wanted to set aside that time for or make that kind of connection with. And of course, I spend time with my friends and my staff. And over time, maybe a member wants to do something neat and they bring it up, and I'm like, sure, I got time for that. I'll fit it in. I'm not like, you got to be my friend or I won't do anything with you.
Sure, yeah.
So I hang out if people want to, or our server, they'll people ping if they're going, maybe they're fishing in VR chat or something. And I mean, if I'm free, even if it's on desktop or something, I'll hop on, and I'll chat with whoever's there and get some going. But aside from that, though, yeah, I think there's a lot of people that would certainly maybe like to be my friend, and it just doesn't really work out.
Sure, yeah.
I work a full-time job. I have pets. I live by myself, so I got to do all the regular stuff, and then, run a whole group, do all the events, or try to help with all.
That's definitely hard to balance it all. Like, having a social life, whether it's IRL or online, just having a social life, the older you get, looks so much different, like, I have younger friends. I'm 35 myself, and I have friends like, maybe in their early 20s who have a lot of time to just do some stuff sometimes. And then I'm over here like, ooh, I need to like schedule a bunch of social time to make sure I give all of my friends the time they deserve. And it does get hard to balance all that when you're, running a group, you have your full-time job, like you said. It's rough. Do people tend to be understanding of that for you at least?
For sure, yeah. It's not something that people thinks like, like I'm something bad or anything.
Yeah, they
A lot
don't
of
think you're
people
just
really
like a
understand.
snob or something.
No, no. But I still make as much time
Oh,
as I
thank
can
you,
to
Orochi.
interact with everyone. Like if I'm at work and stuff and not got my hands busy, I'm in the general chat. I'm seeing what people are up to
Aw,
and what's going on. And
that's
when
so
people join the
sweet.
server, I'll usually say howdy, and if they reply back, maybe we have a little conversation about whatever's going on. So when I got time, I try to.
Of
But
course, of
yeah, when I'm in
course.
VR chat, like I'm usually hosting an event, going to an event, or hanging out with my friends. So
Yeah, has running the event like had any effect on? Oh, I'm like in the pillow. Has running this group had any sort of effect on how you view VR chat? Like, does it feel more
um,
like work when you hop on anymore, or um, does it just feel more like maybe a second home away from the real world, I guess just has it had any effect on how you view the game?
I think it certainly has. It then things seemed more simple. Things seemed more
Very
casual. You
true.
just hopped on and hung out with a friend or two, or you hopped on and played a game in a public world or something. But now it's certainly more. I view it with a little more importance. I come here like the lens I view it through is way different now. Like of
Of
course I still
course.
when I hang out with my friends and stuff, it's shackles off, we go do crazy nonsense, or say with the staff, even, like, which we have staff meetings naturally, and it's
Yeah,
uptight in
yeah.
business, uh, but then we get together for hangouts and we just act a fool and we do whatever and it's fun. um, but because at the end of the day, I know like we all put on a show and we do specific things for the group, but at the end of the day, we're all one. It's nice to show that to the other staff members. It helps
Yeah,
everybody be
yeah.
more comfortable with each other and stuff. But, but even aside from that, though, like in just regular interactions, either at my own events, like I know, like, well, I am the owner, so I have to be a certain way, and usually I'm not actually that high energy. I'm usually kind of tired, so in my relaxed time away from the groups and stuff, I'm like usually laying down on my bed or something. Um, but then in the group, it's go go go. It's take care of this, greet
Yeah,
that
yeah.
person, do this. Um, and yeah, you see it kind of different because if you're just a member, you're like, oh, let me hang out with my friends or whatever. But as the of course, being just a group owner, but even just being the host of an event, it's different. It's like making sure everybody's getting involved, making sure nobody's feeling left out, making sure things are just running
Yeah,
smoothly as far as the
yeah.
actual event goes. Um, and then when it comes to like other groups, I find I'm not involved in all too many just because there's not enough time to go to that many. So I have a select few that I really prefer. And when I go to those groups, the perspective is also different because most of them know me as another group owner, um, and some of those partnered with like the You May Made Cafe and another group called Open Mind, and other groups that I would like to get partnered with and whatnot. But when I go there, it's a different perspective too because I'm not just like the regular member, and it's an interesting kind of thing when I'm there because it's like, well, I am just there to participate in the event, but sometimes it kind of switches over to networking a little bit, when
Yeah,
you're talking to certain guys.
I imagine that carries over a lot. It kind of, at least it has with like streaming for me to an extent, and I assume it's the same
Mhm.
way with running the group. Like, you kind of feel like, even if you're just somewhere to hang out, like, you know, for me another stream, for you another group event. Like, you're just there to have fun, participate, whatever, but at the same time you do have, like you were saying, you kind of have that thought about networking and stuff. And even if you're just kind of hanging out, it still kind of lingers in the back of your mind. So I totally get that.
Yeah, it's always
Does
kind of
it?
interesting, but continue.
You mentioned feeling low energy, though. Does it ever get too much for you, or are you able to balance pretty well so that you don't feel too drained by these events?
Thankfully, the team of staff I have and our new wave of helpers are very, very active in putting their own events together and getting things going. And so
Hi,
I'm
Super.
not
Hi,
the
Ren.
one facilitating kind of the
Right.
events and different things. I always tell everybody like I'll help out, and there are even events I tell people that I don't really want to go to because I'm not really great at improv, and I've never
That's
been
fair.
a big
That's
fan.
fair.
And so, a fair amount of my staff like they love doing improv stuff, and I said long ago like I'm not gonna get involved in that too much, but I always do say like if you need my help and you want me there, like I'll be there, like that's no big. Um, but as far as that go, yeah, I mean everybody part of my team they handle a lot of stuff and help me out big time. I think I certainly can feel kind of overwhelmed during certain times. It's just the holidays. Holidays where it's got
Oh
a bunch
yeah,
going on.
I'm sure it's gonna be crazy in the next. Well, I guess we're basically almost in December now. But yeah, it's
Yeah,
probably gonna
almost.
be crazy for the next month or so still. Do you guys do
Mhm.
any special holiday events? Do you have any stuff planned that you can talk about, of course? I know, like, you might have some stuff under wraps or whatever, but anything you
Yeah,
can and want to talk about?
we're gonna have some collab stuff and just kind of Christmas theme or make some of our events Christmas themed. Mainly with like the World Hops game nights,
Right.
and occasionally we host these sharing circles where it's small groups like sub 10 people, and we give deeper questions to kind of discuss, but somewhat open-ended in a way where like they can kind of be interpreted in different ways, and it's just for people to kind of just get whatever it is off their chest, for the holiday times or like certain seasons, we'll do more broad questions, but certain events they'll be like pretty niche. And our partner group, Open Mind, kind of their whole thing, they basically only do sharing circles, or that's the large majority of what they do. And they do it for like specific things. They'll have like a neurodiversity sharing circle, and a loneliness one, and this kind of stuff. But for like us, during our summer, we had one focusing kind of around summer questions, but more broad, like questions about how this summer has been, how it's affected you in different ways and stuff. And for the winter, I kind of would like to put something like that together again. It's
That
pretty
sounds
nice.
like a
Usually
really
there's
good
quite a bit of,
idea.
so there'll be like 4 or 5 groups in a world, all kind of just discussing. And there's not really a time limit. We just tell everybody like not to get on a super long tangent, but but just talk about whatever you want.
Yeah.
How this will be winter, or kind of like winter themed questions or holiday themed questions. That's one. We're gonna bring back some like World Hop game night, kind of drinking night, kind of casual event from last year as well, I think. And
Thank you for the follow, Orochi. I really appreciate it. I'm glad you're enjoying this stream enough to want to follow. I want to get more of these interviews going again. I used to do a few of them, but you're honestly the first one I've done in, gosh, months. So, yeah, I'd like to get this going again some more. Real quick, since we're kind of talking about some of your partners and stuff, if you guys are interested in some of the stuff you're hearing about, like the partnerships, on Talk Group's Discord, you guys do have a like partner page, if I recall correct, where it.
Yep.
So if you're interested, you can find them through Talk Group's Discord. Yeah, sorry, I kind of
Yes.
interrupted.
We only really got two. No, all good. And one of those partners being the Yume Maid Cafe more recently. Um, but we make partners rather slowly. Our last partner with Open Mind was over a year ago,
Oh,
so
wow.
we're not in a big rush to make those.
I mean, I think that's very fair, like quality over quantity. You definitely want partners that you can mesh well with and that you can, do collabs. Like, I think, I don't know much about Open Mind. Based on what you told me, it seems like it's a very good connection. But like, with Yume and Talk Group, it feels like we could almost like have a sort of graduation where it's like, the paired talks, and then you're going into maybe a more still safe, but maybe a little more challenging social situation with the maid cafe. You have a little more unexpected stuff, and I don't know, like having partners like that where it can kind of just like work together well. I think that's much more important than just having a big list of people, you know?
hmm
Like I guess
I agree. I agree.
with the quantity, I guess you have like more possibilities for like networking and getting people from different sources, but I don't know, I feel like the people that come from there are still not going to be as likely to stay as the ones with a solid connection between the partners.
Mhm.
So, do
Yeah,
you
every group handles it differently. They got their different preferences. Some groups only want partners for members. Some groups only want partners um, just to like have that stray collab event here and there and never do anything else together. um, but for me, now we've had our moments before where we thought about these different kinds of partnerships and different ideas. But my own expectation, I guess, for partners has always been that above all else, the leadership of the groups has a good connection. So, like with Open Mind, we have been friends and have been close with their staff and their helpers, or their hosts rather, for, I mean, the entire time we've been here. Like since I joined the group, like I knew the owner, or met the owner pretty early, and then met their other staff, and one of their staff is a helper for us, and vice versa. One of my staff's a host for them. Um, so we have very good connections in this way, and I prefer it that way because even though I don't actually go to many of the Open Mind events, like I trust them, their leadership, I like what they have going on,
right?
and I want to maintain connection. And with the Yume Maid Cafe, like of course I do like the events, but
Yeah,
it's
we
also a lot
see
to do
we
with the
see you
leadership.
there pretty often.
Yeah, I like the leaders there. I like the people there. I like kind of what they have going on and their ideals more specifically.
I think that's a
And that's a
big
big thing for
part
me.
is like the core tenets of the groups.
Yeah, I recently there was a group that kind of surfaced and wanted. Won't get into too many details, but
Sure,
they wanted
sure.
to kind of have a connection with Talk Group, but yet they wouldn't let me get to know them more, the owner, like
Hmm.
the person.
Okay.
And, and so, enough time passed, and I just, our dealings were done. I left the group, and we were no longer friends. They reached out, and they were like, "Well, why?" And I told them, I said, I don't make these connections or relationships with the groups. I make them with people. Without the people, the group doesn't exist, right? And so for me, the person is more important. If I can respect the leadership, if I can respect the people and what they have in their mind, their vision, what they put into practice, like that's what I need to care about more, regardless what their group does. Like I may not have any interest in the kind of events they go to or whatever, but if I feel like we have similar enough visions and I really respect what they have going on, that's what matters the most to me.
I love that. That seriously, I said it before, and things like that just keep showing why Talk Group is in safe hands with you. Um how how long has Talk Group been around before you? I don't think we touched on that. And I'm kind of curious cuz you definitely came into ownership of an established group. Like
Mm-hmm.
that, there's definitely challenges to starting a group versus coming into everything already, the foundation already being laid. How
Mm-hmm.
old was Talk Group when you took over?
Oh, when I took over, it's about 3 years old.
Oh
Talk Group was
wow, it's been
founded
around a
in
while.
2022. Yep.
Has it
It has went
changed?
through many. Oh, I think I
No, go ahead, go
was
ahead.
about to answer the question
Yeah,
fast,
yeah,
but
it
what were
sounds
you
like it.
asking?
I was gonna say, how has it changed since then, especially under your leadership? I mean, we talked a little bit about the like how you wanted to implement the certain event and everything, but how has it just changed over the years? I don't know if you know much about what it was like before you joined, but
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Talk Group has kind of went through, I'd say, three major iterations. Of course, the original one, and then um, that went on for some time. The owner took a little break. Things were kind of hard to manage. Came back with a co-owner, uh, and that's the Talk Group I'm familiar with. That was like a year stint, and then came back like that, and that's really the group that's most people know that I'm familiar with. That's kind of where the current bones have been, came
right.
from that talk. And so the owner then and the co-owner, everything we do and a lot that's it's known for was built by them. And then more recently, the owner wanted to get to real life, doing kind of just getting back into that, going to school, this different kind of stuff, or college, not school like they're a kid, but
I mean, still school, still school.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, yeah.
And so they just kind of said, well, they talked to me. I was one of the more active staff members at the time because the staff and owner side at that time was kind of dead. So for
Oh
a
no.
month or so, I was already kind of calling all the shots and making everything happen. Um,
So you
but
were
then,
you were
she came to,
basically leading before you were the leader then.
yeah, because nothing was ever really happening. So I was like, well, let's just get stuff going. So we got a lot done, and it was good times. But I felt it at the time that it was hard to make a lot of these kind of important decisions and not be the owner because you always got to
Yeah,
go,
yeah.
and be like, ask for this and make sure that's
The
all good.
plight
But
of
now it's
middle
just like,
management.
yeah, but now at the top, it's like everything gets done quicker because it's just I'm more active and I'm able to get involved.
Yeah.
But yeah, she just asked at the time and kind of was talking about, want to put it out there for everybody or, see if others would be interested. And I just told her I would take over. Like I love the group. I love, I love it personally for what it's done for me, but because of that, I like what it does for others, and I want it to keep being that group. And so I spent a lot of time, like I talked to every one of my staff members for like 2+ hours,
Oh my.
uh, and we just discussed everything, like values, rules, events, moderation structure,
It's
the
amazing.
vision, everything that I could think of at the time. We discussed all of it, how we wanted it to look, what we wanted to like, and so it's kind of turned into what it is now. More because we didn't move at that time. We moved away from the niche focus of social anxiety because I felt that it was too much pressure and put too much on all the wrong people because the hosts feel like they got to be somebody really special. Nobody here is like a therapist or anything like that.
Sure,
So
sure.
it's putting a lot on regular people to have that expectation of helping this kind of thing, which is, as you were saying earlier, like social anxiety isn't something that just kind of goes away or is just like fixed magically. So it's a lot of pressure for the hosts and the staff, but then for the people too. Talk Group was kind of a place where, like, if somebody was like, I have social anxiety, they're like, Talk Group's the place. And there's nothing wrong with still thinking that, because we still have events and different things that are geared that way. But the real issue is that people think that Talk Group was like the fix, or it was like the
Right,
place
right.
to like overcome this. And it put a lot of pressure and a lot of the results on the team and on the group, when in reality, like the way we've changed it and what it is now, it's the staff, myself, the hosts, they offer the space to make connections, make friends, overcome your social anxiety, whatever it needs to be for you. It's there. And the person, the work and the accomplishment is on them. They've got to put their best foot forward. They have to show up, be present, be active. Whatever they want, they have to really want it. They have to really reach out and grab it and put those efforts in. And then whenever they get, if and or when they get what they desired from it, it's not the group helped them or the staff did. It's I went to talk group, I showed up at the events, I tried to make friends, I put myself out there socially, and this is what I got. I have a friend now, or I have a little group that I do stuff with, or even just a place to go and do things.
It gives
And that
them
was really,
more a sense of ownership of the accomplishment. Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. And I think it was a good change. We'll
I
see how it
think
turns out long,
so.
but
For sure.
so far it's
Like,
worked out.
I mean, even if like you guys find yourselves in another place where you need to change things up again, I think it sounds like right now you're in the place you need to be. Like, it sounds like it was a good change overall, and I think it was kind of like you were saying, it was too much pressure on everyone involved to be so specialized, because like even the socially anxious people coming in, it's not fair to them. It can put like its own pressure on them, like, oh, like, I'm being singled out here, so I think it's great that you shifted that focus to being more, we're welcoming to socially anxious people, but we're focusing on making the connections. Like, we're going to give you the tools, like you said, but you're going to be the one who can, craft your own way. So yeah, I think it's a lot of great changes that you've made with that, and going through and establishing the core principles that you had for the group. It just got everything straightened out.
I hope so. It was a very interesting project and a very busy month. It was basically spent exclusively changing everything over, talking to everybody, getting all this kind of stuff set up.
Is there would you ever want to like branch out group wise, like I don't want to say it, like maybe like not necessarily co-own groups, but maybe like split into more specialized divisions with your group, like subgroups?
Oh, for the time being, I don't really have any plans for that. I think, one, we're kind of small. Two,
Sure.
I think if I try to do too much more, I'll just burn myself out.
That's
Um,
very fair.
but something like that could definitely happen in the future. But for now, I think it's pretty fine the way, in the kind
Yeah,
of way where we have partnerships. There are groups that we, really back, we really stand. It helps to offer something that maybe we don't necessarily, or just a completely different culture, and something that we don't necessarily have to build or keep alive or keep running or anything. Like, these been around, and it's nice to help. It's kind of like it's like a person. You can't do everything by yourself. You're lacking in
right.
one department, that helps, somebody can help you in that department. It's kind of similar to that. We do what we do, but we lack in certain areas, so our partner groups are to kind of fill that,
I like
offer
that way
something
of
new.
framing it. Yeah, we like no single one of us, whether it's a person or a group, can do everything. So I think that's a very good way to view partnerships, is filling in the gaps that we want to offer for um, for the community, but we just don't have the means to do it. I think that's great. And I think that's what more people or more groups should focus on when choosing their partners.
Yeah, one thing I noticed, like, I always grab from other groups. I see somebody do something one way, and I'm like, I either do or don't like that. And like one of the big ones was, anytime anybody's new to VR chat, oh, join Anxious of VR, or whatever, Anxious of VR chat,
Right,
Anxious of VR chat.
right.
Um, but then you go there, and it's such a broad jack of all trades kind of group, and just too much is going on. There's this, there's that, and it's kind of too much for the average individual to really get involved with. And on top of that, the community, if you can really call it one, is so large that it's basically all just a bunch of clicks, and it's hard to just get into. Um, so I much prefer it like this, not necessarily just being small scale. Group can be larger, but not wanting to do it all, or not trying to be everything for everybody, but instead offering what you and your moderators or your hosts do what they want to give, and then whatever else it is, look for that elsewhere, or maybe not necessarily look, but just find it. There's always these kind of opportunities that arise. You'll be somewhere at a place, and they'll talk about partnering with a group, and you're like, I kind of like this group. Maybe we should talk about that or something. And sometimes it's more about like kind of the kind of people you have around too. What they want, the kind of group you have. And it's things that maybe you can't necessarily offer, but there are other groups that do. Like our group, Talk Group, has a large amount of furries. Like I would say maybe it's like half. It's quite a bit. And I wouldn't really consider myself a furry or anything, but we got staff members that are, and a ton of the members are, and we don't. To me, it's just every day. Like I go to other groups where it's not so common, and I'm like, there's a lot of humans around, like where's the furries? But like there's groups that focus on that kind of stuff, and they've been of interest recently, since I've taken over, to partner with, to kind of give like what we can't really offer, because we can't really offer this kind of specific space for furries, because that's not what the group is. But since we have such a large population of them, I thought it would be cool, since we kind of have a connection with this group anyway, but it'd be kind of nice to reach out and see about maybe making something happen. That way there's kind of like that extra outlet for a large portion of the group that want it.
I think the furry community in VR chat is very interesting to look at, because there are definitely like areas where you see kind of like you're saying with your group, a 50-50 blend, but for the most part I feel like it's either mostly furries, or there's like no furries. You don't usually see a lot of intermingling when you go outside kind of these certain areas. Like the people I hang out with, it's a lot of like queer people, because that's kind of why I got into VR chat. And there's definitely a lot of overlap with furries. I don't know if it's like 50-50 to the degree that I see them in groups, but like it's common to see furries. But then I go to maybe a black cat instance with a lot of just like a public black cat, I should say, and you don't necessarily see a lot of furries, just because it's not like that kind of group. But I think that makes sense, that going back to your partner excuse me, let me get a drink myself real quick. Going back to your partnerships, it is that thing that you guys don't have the expertise on, so you're finding a partner who can fill it.
Yeah, it's partners, they take time, and it's something that I very particular about, but I also like there's a lot of groups that I would like to partner with, but at the same time, more partners is more work. So
For sure.
I tried to
At least the way
just
you
kind of
guys
work
are
at it
approaching
slowly.
it.
Yeah. So since we like to be so involved and, host is usually every month we're doing some sort of collab thing, and definitely for the holidays or the big seasons, and in general our groups are always really involved. So I just I take those as slowly as I can. That way we have enough manpower to handle the extra groups, and there's enough interest that there'll be enough people coming along. So, and I've always kind of liked that too about like our group. I think Talk Group is very just a very active group in general, and they're very open-minded people. And so like with our partner, open mind, they
Speak of the
like
devil.
often when we do, yeah, whenever we do like events and stuff, like there's always a big showing of people from Talk Group. A lot of our members always show up to their events, or our partnered events, and even now with the Yume Maid Cafe, it's been nice to see maids come by to our events. But it's been good, even if I'm not at the event, or if I am, see that, oh, like somebody from Talk Group, they won the raffle they're in, and they get to check it out too. Like I've always kind of prided myself in that, and it's something I've always really wanted a lot too, because a lot of groups have partnerships, but
Bloodstained, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. Mwah. Sorry, go on.
But all good. Darn, I almost kind of lost my train of thought here. Hold on.
Oh, no worries. I was actually gonna ask, do you feel any pressure with the partnerships? Like, do you feel like, oh, if I need to have like, a certain amount of people going to their events from my group, like, is there any sort of pressure? I don't know how the best way to describe it would be. Just do you feel a pressure to contribute to their events with like your own people?
Mm-hmm. Give me 1 second to turn around here and plug my headset up.
Yeah, no worries. We're getting pretty close to the end here.
Yep, I've just been on a while today.
Yeah. Especially, I get it. I'm getting the alerts for my hip. I'm gonna have to plug that in soon. Going straight from Maid Cafe to stream right after.
Yep. Yeah, to answer your question, I certainly do. When I'm approaching groups, now being an owner has a pretty big mental shift. You feel much more comfortable and confident speaking to other owners and just speaking cordially with everybody. Like it's much, for me at least, I'm more confident in doing that.
It makes sense.
But one thing certainly that I always look at is, when I'm thinking about a group to partner, it's what am I looking for, or like what interests me so much about that group that I would like to partner, and then from the other side, from their perspective, what does my group bring? What does the membership bring? What, as far as what we offer, like events and stuff for their members, what's that look like? What can I offer in terms of partner events and this kind of stuff? And it can feel kind of stressful when you feel like you're a little on the back foot, or like sometimes like a group's bigger, or you just feel like you don't actually have that much to offer. Uh-oh, the hip already died?
I think it probably was just hidden. Okay, yeah, we're back. I just had it in a blind spot or something, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's certainly an added stress sometimes, but one nice thing is a lot of groups, at least the kind of groups I'm trying to get involved with, they're a lot like me. They're here just because it's fun. It's not like a business. They're not looking for...
Okay, maybe it is dying. Here, let me plug in real quick. Said it was like 19%, so I'm surprised it's going already.
It's like that phone 19% die in 2 minutes.
Right?
Like once the phone gives you the warning, it's over. Yeah, sometimes I gotta do that for my trackers. I think the last night
Alright.
cafe event I went to, like on Wednesday, I I went to turn on all my trackers, and I would turn on my chest tracker, and I'm like, oh,
Oh no.
it's already on. And it'd been on for a few days, so it was dead.
Oh my
Uh,
gosh.
so, plug it up, got a wire hooked up to my chest while I'm doing the event stuff. But
How do you like the chest tracker? Off topic, but I've considered getting a chest tracker, so I'm curious. Do you have like the
Well, I use
whole a
slimes.
whole vest, or is it?
well, yeah, I mean, most of my, well, with slimes, right, you're just strapped up everywhere. So I typically have 8 trackers, though right now I got 6 because 2 of them are being repaired. But my, yeah, my chest tracker's on a GoPro strap, so it's very, like, I'm all harnessed up and it doesn't move ever.
Oh,
That's nice.
well, we're getting close to the end here. We've kind of already talked about it, but I wanted to ask if there were, like, where do you want to see Talk Group go in the future, and do you have anything planned that you want to talk about that we haven't already? Any new events, new partnerships, any regular events that you want to plug that are coming up? Just any final thoughts, I guess.
Yeah, we're kind of working on a big,
Oh,
or
and
something I've
real
certainly
quick,
never seen.
if you guys have any questions as well, feel free to shout them
Yeah,
out
absolutely.
now. Thank you, Schultz. I hope that's oh, I didn't pull you in here. Thank you, Schultz. I hope that's okay to just call you Schultz. Let me know if you don't like that. But thank you for following. I'm glad you're enjoying the stream enough to wanna stick around. But yeah, final thoughts.
Yeah, well, going into the winter season, we're working on some events that I have never seen before, so at the same time, we're gonna see if we can really
That's
accomplish this.
true. That's true. This, like, you're still only 2 months into like leadership, and honestly, in the grand scheme of things, like, haven't been, you've been part of the group for a while, but still, like, still got a lot to see with things, I guess.
Yeah, I can give a little spoiler. We're working on putting together an advent calendar of sorts.
Oh my gosh.
For kind of like a month-long event of all manner of various activities that we're still kind of fleshing out and figuring out what we want to do.
That sounds like a
so
ton of
that's-
fun.
Yeah, it was an idea put forward by one of our members or one of the helpers, and I certainly never seen it before, and I'm like, I kind of want to make that happen. That seems like a lot of fun.
Yeah, I hope it goes well.
Same. As far as anything else, I quite like the trajectory we're on. I mean, I have personal goals for the group, to be a little more self-sustaining and stuff, so it's easier for everyone. But as far as any other sort of things in the future, I don't have too much that I can really speak on. We're working on a couple of different things here and there, but for now, we'll just keep doing what we do and hope to make a few more partnerships here and there and keep doing stuff like this. It's always fun.
So when you say you want to make the group more self-sustaining, what exactly do you mean by that?
I would like to. Currently, we have a small pool of, moderators in general, and it is nice because you have a closer connection with them. And from my point of view, like, they're highly trusted. They're people I respect a lot and care a lot about. But I would like to expand more in that aspect, as we are a fairly active group, and there's always stuff going on. And kind of as it stands, there's always everything's always kind of delegated to certain individuals, or it's always kind of goes through the same pipelines. And I would like to introduce more staff, more moderation in the future to keep it where it's spread out more evenly, and things can kind of just keep going without certain figures always being involved, because life gets in the way sometimes, right? And
Yeah.
I don't want the group to struggle too much because even now, like, this next month's pretty busy for me because I'm going to be moving for like work. And so it's like when that kind of stuff pops up, I don't want it to be like, I don't want the group to kind of
Yeah,
die
yeah.
down.
You
They keep moving and stuff.
gotta have they can't rely on you for everything. That makes
Hmm.
sense. That makes sense. All right. Super says just wanted to thank him and the group for recently adding me. Looking forward to it. Um, and
Yeah, I
honestly,
saw you
that
joined yesterday,
yeah,
so welcome in.
that actually made me really happy to see you over there. Super. I was like, oh, like, kind of going back to what we were just talking about like, pressure to like contribute people or whatever. Like,
Oh,
I was glad to see that, someone was benefiting from it, like I never want it to feel one-sided when I do things like this. Like I don't want it to feel like I'm just farming someone for content, I want to I'm not a huge streamer by any means, but like, I want to
hmm.
the hope is always that, some of the people watching will want to join the group or get involved with whatever, whoever we're interviewing's thing. So it made me really happy to see you do that, Super. And yeah, I'm looking forward to collabing with you as well. I can't wait till we get more of that sorted out. Hi Brayden, it's good to see you. So if you're just joining like Brayden, talk group is this like a meditation or group therapy or the equivalent of a cat girl scratching on a post with others? So
More like the latter.
talk group is I guess we could say a facilitator of making connections. They are the virtual, let me see if I can get this, the virtual third place for the meek and the bold, to make social connections. Basically, it's a place you can make friends, you can practice socializing, you can just find a community to belong to. It's it doesn't have any singular purpose other than just making those connections. And if I missed anything that you want to add, feel free to like go for it. You are much more eloquent with all of this than I am. But yeah, it's a very fun group that
I
very
can,
welcoming.
yeah, what I'll say is like my whole real purpose with it is not to have like a niche focus necessarily, even though I guess it kind of is, but us, like the staff and the people that post events, we offer the space for the members to come together and whatever they're looking for, they put that out there. They put their best foot forward, or they show up to events looking to socialize, and they get that out. We can't guarantee anything, but we offer the space. We offer the space to meet new people. We offer the space to run back into those same people that you've met before, different hangouts, different kind of stuff like that in our events specifically for building connections. And then from then, it's kind of up to the members. They come, they make friends, or they make those connections, and it doesn't always work out. Not everybody you meet will be somebody you really click with and whatnot, but that's kind of what it's for. And I think of it more as like a place to build connections with people more than like a friend-making place. Because even for me, like sometimes I still partake in the pair talks, and I speak to people I've not really spoken to much before, or newcomers and such. And for me, in that way, it's not necessarily to make friends, but it's just to make that connection, speak to somebody that I've
It's
never
fun.
spoken to
Yeah,
before.
it's fun to
Yeah.
meet a new person, hear their story. I totally agree.
Mhm.
It's why I like doing these interviews, and I know a few of the viewers have commented on like they just like hearing people's stories. So, yeah, it's it's fun.
Yeah. And Gunjan, to answer your question, um, the group info is pinned in the chat right now,
Yeah,
so
we
you can
do
find
have
everything there.
the group info pinned right now. I know you're taking a break from Discord right now, Brayden, so I will send you the links just for when you do get on. But yeah, just a reminder to everyone else, if you're interested, just head up to the chat pinned up there, and you can go check it out. But if unless there's anything else, I think we'll go ahead and end it there. Thank you for being on. I'm gonna go through and like tackle a bunch of my redeems before I completely end stream here, but we'll let you go so you don't have to just sit around for that. Thank you. Thank you so much for being on. It was a blast having you as my first guest in a while, and hopefully we can touch base with you again, maybe, later on after the holidays, and see how things have been progressing, if things are still where you want them to be and everything.
For sure. I love yapping and talking about stuff. This is, I could talk forever. So this is my jam.
Oh, head pats for the guest? Okay. One of the redeems is head pats for the guest. I mean, I love giving head pats. So.
Head pat.
Oh my gosh. Hope you both have a nice evening, night. Thank you so much, Schultz. I hope you all do as well.
Thank you, Schultz. You as well. Everybody as well.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and let Clayton go so he's not dying anymore. Can get out of, gosh, how long has it's been?
2 hours?
Been 2 hours for this. I've been on for like 4 hours with the maid cafe and everything. So yeah, we'll let you go. Thank you so much for being here. Go check out Talk Group. Of course. I wish I could give you a bigger audience. Like mine is pretty small. But
I'm thankful for this, but I just enjoyed the opportunity to get to do something I've never done before.
Oh, well, yeah, we'll definitely try to have you again.
And to all y'all that are still here, thank you for chiming in and listening to all that we had to talk about. I hope you enjoyed the stream.
And so for those of you, I'm going to pull this away. Clayton, you can feel free to dip out now if you want to sit around and just hang out for a bit. That's fine too. But I will
take my leave.
Okay,
bedtime is in 1 hour.
Oh my gosh, yes, I forgot you said that. All right, good night, Clayton. And for those of you who are still sticking around, I'm gonna go through some redeems. Gotta do some stretches. Gotta do some hydrates. Oh my gosh. Who's super civilian? Super civilian is super civilian. What do you mean? All right. Oh, our music stopped. We need to start it over again. I hope you all enjoyed let's go back to Oblivion music. I hope you all enjoyed that. It's definitely a little tricky going back to the interviews after not having done them for a while. Ooh, I love this lighting here. I'm digging the flare on me. Makes me feel very glamorous. It's always hard not talking with you guys a ton too. Hi, Mew. No, super is not Clayton. super is super. It was really interesting conversation. I found your channel from recommend. Oh, thank you, Bloodstained. It's always weird to think that I'm recommended to people. I'm sorry I didn't. Normally, I am very chat focused. The interview streams tend to be a little less so. So I'm sorry I didn't get to give you more of a welcome, Bloodstained. But it's wonderful to see you here, and I'm glad you stuck around for the interview. Mwah. And I see the VT in your name. I think I'm gonna have to check you. I feel like I've seen your name before, so I may have stumbled across you. But yeah, if you're a streamer, I'm gonna have to go check you out. Also a VR chat persona. I thought so. I thought so. Hi Schmo, it's good to see you. Mwah. Brayden send you the world. Oh yeah, this world is amazing. It's Sunset. Oh my gosh, I'm blanking. What is it? Sunset Bay. Oh, you do desktop games as well? I do too. I'm actually playing Star Wars Bounty Hunter and Silent Hill F. Bounty Hunter on Wednesday, Silent Hill on Friday. Don't believe ya, us poor chatters always get missed out on. Aw, hi Tequila, it's good to see you. Yeah, I feel like I neglected you guys. I love talking with you. That's the main reason I stream. So, yeah, let's go through some of these redeems that I let back up. I should have just paused a bunch of them. You love sharing the love and happiness with friends, so I love Ooh, that's so... What are you playing right now? Bloodstained? Whether on stream or just in your own time. Astral, you were interviewing. I know I was interviewing, but I just love you guys too much. All right, so let's see. We have a stretch. So let's go ahead. Oh, I am not where I thought I was in my play space. Okay, let's put you guys here. Let's do a bit of stretching. Oh my gosh, everything is cracking, you guys. I am too old. Okay, at least that side didn't crack. Just the one side cracked. Don't be sorry you needed... Aw, thank you, Super. Thank you. Started a new game, Lightyear. Oh, I think I might... I don't know if I have that one on my wish list, but I'm pretty sure I've seen it before. Lightyear Frontier. Friend of yours gifted it, so you started playing it for 2 days in a row. Almost 10 hours into... Oh my gosh, you enjoying it then? It sounds like you are. You're busy, Tequila. Gotta sort stuff out, but I'm listening. Aw. Well, I hope everything goes well, Tequila. Moving can be so stressful, so I hope it's the least amount of stress possible for you. Thank you for the lurk. It's like Satisfactory, but with mecha. Okay, yeah, I do remember seeing it. I am not as good with those games. It's just not my style. I enjoy watching it. I think it's fun to watch. We are gonna have so many hydrates. Okay, there's a breathe and a... Oh wait, did I? Okay, posture check. Back straight, shoulders back, boobs out. Got our good posture for the rest of our redeems. Alright, Admiral, I'm gonna beat you up. Derpy or Scuba, can we pause redeems so I can just catch up on what we had throughout this stream? Because we have a few oh my gosh, where's my water? We have a few troublemakers. Oh, species unknown. What the heck is that? Okay, let me get a drink and then I'll investigate whatever craziness just happened. Oh my gosh, Roku, what are you doing? Five subs, Roku, thank you. Oh wait. Yeah, 5 subs. Thank you so much for the sub bomb. You're too sweet, Roku. What are you doing, though? You just made a big donation, like, a week ago. crazy kid. I'm sorry I couldn't accept your request earlier. We were doing an interview. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Aw, Lupito, thank you for the hug. No, please don't. Are you talking about the pausing redeems or the beating you up? I'm gonna do both. You're absolutely adorable. Aw, thank you. Thank you so much. I'm sure you're adorable too. I'm pretty sure everyone in chat is adorable. You didn't know? Yeah, no, that's fine, Roku. That's fine. I normally try to send responses as to why I don't accept an invite, but it's a little harder during stream time. The pausing, mostly I am too cut to beat. Oh, you're too cute to beat up. I beg to differ. Okay, let's see, what else do we have? Ooh, we gotta do some breathing. And then we have another hydrate. We're just gonna spend some time yapping and going through these redeems. I guess fishing is safe enough. Admiral, are you in a mood? Are you feisty today? You'll hide. Oh, no, don't hide. You don't have to hide. I won't beat you up. I'm just gonna beat up Admiral. Alright, hydrate, and then we gotta do another breathe again. How dare you make me blood? Aww. You're so cute, Bloodstained. Why, Derpy? Why? All redeems beside. Thank you so much, Derpy. Bigger Kate. Actually, did you have free reign of the basement? Is that where I left you? Well, if you didn't have free reign already, free reign. I will be silent. My face turned red. Aww. So adorable. I guess instead of blood-stained, your cheeks are blood red-stained. That would... Oh my gosh, what fell? I don't know what that... It might have been my water. Okay, where was I? Oh yeah, another breathe, and then a stretch. Derpy, I will open the basement if you turn. You're a small little cat boy. You can't even reach the doorknob. What do you mean you'll open it? My cheeks hurt from small mic. Oh my gosh, you are too precious, Bloodstained. That's what chairs are for? I don't know. I don't believe you. I don't think you can open that door. Alright, let's do some stretching again. We're gonna stretch it out. We're gonna get that blood flowing. If you've been sitting, get up and... Oh my gosh, Vixel, thank you so much. Let me finish stretching here. Hi Haze, hi Nightmares, how are you both doing? How are you all doing? We actually just finished up with an interview, and now I am catching up on all the redeems that I neglected during it all. Oh, wait. I don't know if I have the auto shout out for Vixel. I guess we'll find out if she pops in and talks. How was your stream, everyone? What was Vixel playing? Was she doing VR chat or Beat Saber? Hyperion Frostfire. I like that name. Is that a Hyperion? That's like a company from a game, right? Or am I mistaken? Thank you for popping in. It's so good to see all of you. Mwah. Last playing VR chat? Perfect. Oh, thank you for the love, Slayton. Oh, you were with Vixel too. Hi, Vixel. How was your stream? What were you doing? Just yapping and hanging out, doing whatever? Yeah, no, that's a good thing to do, Derpy. I'm glad you do it. I just don't remember if I have Vixel on the auto shout out. Oh my gosh, you got a legendary shadow. Congrats. Hi, Fire Phoenix. Thank you for coming in with the raid. It's so good to see all of you. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Astral. I mostly focus on VR chat and horror, a little bit of ASMR, not so much recently. But, you know, I'm a variety streamer. We've been doing VR chat on Sundays and Mondays, and then Star Wars Bounty Hunter on Wednesday, and Silent Hill F on Friday. Good to see you. Yeah, it's good to see you too, Vixel. I pop in and lurk in your streams for a bit every now and then. It's nice to just hang out there. So there's a few streams where, like, they're kind of like just cozy places where I like to go and lurk. Like, a lot of times I start talking in chat and stuff, you know, but sometimes you just wanna be a lurker. Vixel's stream is always nice. It really is. Vixel's so sweet. You're out of here, Schultz. Thanks for a nice stream. Look forward to seeing your next one. Hope you have a nice evening and night. Thank you so much for sticking around, Schultz. I'm glad you popped in, and I look forward to seeing you around again more. Good night. I hope you sleep well. Vixel's on the auto? Okay, thank you, Derpy. Bloodstained? Yay, no more blushing like a red tomato. Big huggies and cuddles for you. I'm not used to receive so much lovely dovey compliments. That was really sweet from you. Thank you for the warm welcome. Of course. That's honestly kind of what we go for here. Like, okay, let's be honest. I don't have any crazy talents or skills. Like, I don't got a lot going on in that regard. All I can offer is a welcoming and judgment-free space where I can give you guys all the affection that you deserve and, you know, just a nice chill place to hang out. I really don't have much more than that to offer, so I don't know why you guys keep coming back here. So nice they lock us in the basement with only a bucket that gold hoards. Oh my gosh, I can't believe they're hoarding the only bucket. That's so rude. The basement's nice and safe though. Vixel just wants you guys to be secure. Okay, we're kind of going through like our previous redeems, so I'm gonna keep going through that while I'm talking with you guys. Uh-oh. Oh yeah, it was my water that fell. There we go. Hi, Orochi. It's good to see you still here. Thank you, Astral. Really loved the interview and stream. Hope everyone has a wonderful rest of the night. Thank you so much. If you're gonna be here another second, I will give you a nice hug when after I get my drink here. Have a very lovely voice. I can fall asleep to you like a baby. Oh, of course, saying this in a good way. That's so sweet. I'm glad you like it. Oh my gosh, I dropped it again. The person below us is gonna like absolutely hate us. But you know what? That's okay because she goes out on the patio to smoke and we have our door open and the smoke comes into our house, so I guess I don't feel that bad. Stop dropping. I'm sorry, Drambeak. I'm sorry. Oh, someone followed, I think. I need to... Oh, thank you for the follow, Phoenix. I appreciate it so much. Oh my gosh, I almost fell. Getting myself dizzy with the head shakes. Okay, we have another stretch. I'm definitely gonna miss some of these redeems, you guys. I'm getting so distracted. Drambeak, how dare you? I can't believe you did a hydrate. Super. Why, you are one of the most open and friendly people I've met. You treat everyone you meet with joy and enthusiasm. You're very sweet and generous. You greet literally everyone. We're here because you're Astral, and that's pretty awesome. Aww. You're so sweet, Super. Honestly, I have the best community. I don't deserve you guys. Bloodstained, might be wrong or not, but I think I might have seen you before. Your name rings a bell, but my memory fails me. Oh my gosh, you're fine. Like, it's definitely possible that we've like come across each other on Twitch before, because I feel like I recognize your name too. Like maybe mutual streamers chats or just seeing each other's names. It feels like the VRC stream community is kind of a small place. Like everyone kind of ends up knowing each other. I feel like we don't deserve you. Like, have you met? Oh my gosh, Scuba, you're amazing. You deserve so much. Yeah, it definitely could have been from raid jumping. Hi, Abby. Aw, Selvin, you're still here too. It's good to see all of you. Okay, we got like, oh my gosh, like 4 hydrates. Okay. These redeems actually have not been quite as much as I was afraid they were gonna be. Of course you are. Aw. I mean, you never know. You never know, Selvin. Like, you know, something can come up and people just, kind of sneak out the back door, you know? Not that I mind, like, you guys never have to feel like you have to say goodbye or explain why you're leaving or anything. I'm happy to see you guys with whatever time you have. Oh yeah, we had like... I am not done with that water bottle. I have to do 3 more. Y'all, I gotta pee. I need to pee. Alright, let's do another stretch. You have to pee too, Derpy? Oh no. I guess, Derpy, I guess you can come upstairs to use the bathroom. Don't get used to it though, okay? Makes sense after drinking that much. I know. We didn't take a pee break today either. Bloodstained, I feel very happy for staying here. I would absolutely give you a VR chat, huggy and cuddles if I could. Aw, if you ever do, this goes for any of you. If any of you ever see me in VR chat, you are totally welcome to cuddles and head pats and all that good stuff. I love giving head pats and face traces in VR chat, so, you're gonna get them if you talk to me for like any amount of time. Peace, solidarity. Oh my gosh, that's a true bond right there. Okay, posture check again. Back straight, shoulders back, boobs out. We have our good posture, you guys. And a breathe. You guys were relentless with the redeems early on. Bunch of brats. You love head pats. You can fall asleep easily. Head pats make you fall asleep. Aww. You just sound like a cute little kitten. Let's see, where are we? Oh, I did that stretch. So we got another hydrate and actually 2 hydrates. We got 2 hydrates and then another stretch. And I think that's gonna do it for our backed up redeems. Oh, you're a wolf? Okay. Cute little wolfie. Aw, little wolf cub. Fitting that we should have a cute little wolf cub in chat when Vixel just sent a bunch of her cubs our way. Right? And one last stretch. And then we'll find someone to raid ourselves because we are a little overtime today. What time is it? Yeah, we're like half an hour overtime. We did start a little later though, so I guess that's okay. Oh my gosh, you guys, before we go, I got to test out the new Abby that the new outfits that Mino's been putting on for me, and oh my gosh, there's one in particular that I'm so excited about. It looks so cute. I also finally am gonna get a swimsuit. Oh my gosh, I am so ready to have a swimsuit, you guys. Uppies? Oh my gosh, we can do some uppies. Okay, you ready? Up you go. Oh my gosh, it's like kind of wonky. I'm not used to doing uppies. Missed your message? Wait, did I? Did I miss your message? You found me what? Oh. You found me, what more who I needed something. Aww. Of course. Why do my friends always have to steal my mutes? What the heck? Outfits? Yeah, I'm so excited for them. And it's also helping me, like doing all this stuff with the outfits that I've been doing with Mino. It's helped me understand things with the avatar a little better and maybe like what more put together outfits I want in the future. Like, even though I'm not the one putting them together, it's helping me from a design perspective, you know? I'm seeing like what I like, what fits with my body, all that stuff. OMG, that is so sweet, like a baby wolf cub. Aww. You really are too precious, Bloodstained. Model fits you really well. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, like, this is actually a public model that I'm wearing at the moment. You can buy it. Like, my default, I usually use the public version just by default, just because it's so well put together. But then, you know, I have my customized versions that the Avi creator Mino has worked on. Let me get back there. Oh, hi Akuma. How are you doing? Thank you for the bits. Mwah. Have you been lurking here this whole time, or did you just show up? Just stopping by? Aw, thank you for stopping by. How's your day been? But yeah, like, when I found, I was gonna say, in the, like, about section and the credits and stuff, I have a link to where you can buy this avatar for anyone interested, but it's also available publicly. But when I found this avatar, it seriously just like instantly became my online identity. I had lost my previous main avatar, and this one just felt like, it just felt perfect. Like, for those of you who have like gotten in VR and you know, try out different avatars, you know that feeling when you find one that just feels right. It just fits you. And I'm lucky enough that even though this one is like available to like whoever wants it, I don't see a lot of people with it. So like, it really is just like, I feel a bit of exclusivity with it, you know? Oh, Akuma, you're helping a friend get to affiliate, so modding for him, but have a great stream. Who's your friend? Who's your friend? I need to find someone to raid. Maybe I can raid them. What are they playing? Speaking of, I should be looking here to see who we're gonna raid, if not this person. Oops, that was the wrong button. Do-da-ba-da-ba-da-do-do. Okay, let's see. How many people do we have right now? 26 viewers. We can do a pretty good raid with that. Let's see. We could raid my Obby. Ooh, or Lizzie. She's alive. Hi, Rascal. How are you doing? It's good to see you. Mwah. Akuma, are you still there? If you're still there, Akuma, who's your friend? We can see about maybe raiding them. You love cuddles? Lots of Aw, thank you for the cuddles. I love cuddles too. You're okay currently in class though? Ooh, oh my gosh. Rascal being a bad girl. Watching during class. I don't know what to think of that, Rascal. Thought I'd say hi. At least I appreciate you coming in and saying hi. I hope the rest of class goes well and the rest of your day. Mwah. Okay, I think Akuma already snuck back out. So let's go ahead. Oh, we went up to 36. Wanted to redeem chat. Oh, here. I'll give you guys a hug anyway. That's my favorite redeem. Don't worry. We will unpause the redeems next time. I just got a little backlogged because I wasn't doing them during the interview. All right. So let's see. We will raid, I think. I think we'll do Miyabi. I don't remember who we've raided more recently, Miyabi or Lizzie. Actually, I think we raided Miyabi more recently, so let's raid Lizzie. You'll stay for the raid, but have a great night. Thank you, thank you. Always a genuine it is. I love hanging out with you guys. Thank you so much for being here. And what did you think of the interview? By the way, those of you who were around for it, do you want more interviews? Oh, I should make sure that Miyabi's not going to be like ending soon or something. Do, 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 do. Okay, they've only been live for an hour, so I think she's probably going to keep going for a bit. All right. /raid Miyabi. There we go. Alright, y'all go have fun with Miyabi. Super, you thought it was good? Do it more? Okay. Bloodstained, you liked it as well? Perfect, perfect. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. Oh my gosh, Derpy, I forgot we still need to look into the I still need to look into the raid messages and getting those fixed. All right, thank you all so much for being here. We are going to do some more VR chat on tomorrow's stream. And Wednesday we've got Bounty Hunter, Friday we've got Silent Hill. Tomorrow we're just gonna have a nice chill VR chat stream. We're gonna yap, we're gonna hang out. Maybe there will be a couple wiggles, I don't know. I tend to wiggle around a bit anyway. But yeah, we'll just kind of vibe. So, until then, go eat some good food. Drink some water. Be good to yourselves and each other. And I love you very, very much. I will see you all tomorrow, hopefully. And I think that's it. Go have fun with Miyabi. Bye, everyone.